All right, so in training my guys and developing them into pimp ass savage motherfuckers, quite a few of them go through this phase where they realize that like they can like sort of harness their dark side and kind of be dicks to people and not just get away with it, but sort of create some excitement and compliance and just they're kind of flaunting their ability to get away with things. And once you start kind of like seeing the Matrix, so to speak, that sort of thing can there's an allure to it. You're like, wow, I could push the boundaries and I could be dick and get away with it. And this is sort of normal. I know it gets a bad name across the board, not just in the pickup community, and so be it. And you know, it's certainly abrasive, if not downright derogatory. So it's a normal thing. Okay? Even fucking Justin Bieber went through this phase. You got famous and rich, and then started being an asshole and throwing trash and littering people's neighborhoods and stuff. And he got a spanking and his roasting, and he's better off now. And he makes better music now too. So there. But I was dealing with one of my guys. I think it was last week, and he's come a long ways, doing quite well. He's having a really good time, but now he's kind of starting to like entertain that dickish side of himself. So it's to the point where he's like taking, Santa hats off girls, and they're like, "Give me a hat back." And he's like, "Nope," and he's like, and he writes, he's like, "Yeah, she just let me wear it." It's like, well, yeah, because what the fuck's she gonna do at that point, right? And then, some girl leaves and he just goes through her phone and then announces nonchalantly, but like with a little attitude, like, "I went through your phone, nice pictures," and she's like, "Oh my god," and there's a little bit of like at the same time. So there's the balance of that, and this can be encouraging. It's positive reinforcement, you know what I'm saying? And even if there's some like, shadow figure, fucking, White Knight or Captain Save-A-Ho, typically these guys are pretty, what's the word? Not dysfunctional, impotent, pretty much impotent. So you can get away with this stuff for sure. Now, I've been in this a long time, so I've seen these patterns going back 20 fucking years. So I recognize the allure of this, but I don't necessarily recommend it because it's only like taking like a dark side detour from like the greater scheme of things. And there are clearly ways of harboring and creating that same enthusiasm and complicity from women, that same like, "Oh my god, he's such a daredevil badass and savage. Oh wow, he's so sexy." Plenty of ways of doing that without sort of, kind of stepping into dark side predator type territory, okay? So, for instance, rather than actually kind of like step and encroach on a girl's boundaries and their private property and be invasive and such, there are ways of making a point of coming off like, "Ha, look how fucking cool and masculine I am," and they're perfectly harmless, and they're just like, "Hey, I'm flaunting my lack of social grace and my freedom, but I'm not actually being an ass," okay? So little doodads like, you can throw ice at girls, put it down their shirt, that sort of thing. You can play little tricks on girls, kind of like hip bump them and pick them up, pretend you're gonna put them in a trash can, and do all sorts of things like this. But just understand that if you start encroaching on her, it could create negative. Everything might go swimmingly for you right then on the spot, but going forward, you might develop a reputation, or who the fuck knows, you might piss somebody off and create actual rancor, and you're not supposed to take advantage and exploit women's vulnerabilities anyway, okay? So the other example he uses, like he went through this girl's phone without asking permission, essentially. Then she came back and he's like, "Yeah, let's see what I did," and she goes, "Oh, can't believe you did that," which I, mentioned earlier. I do similar things. I do all kinds of funny little funky things like that, but I don't make a show of like taking advantage. Like I make a show of the opposite. I make a show of like telling her, making her do things. I'm like, "Show me something sexy on your phone right now. Show me something good." So and I'll sit there and I'll make her do it in a fun way. It's totally complicit, compliant, whatever how you want to describe that, but it's going in a more positive direction. Okay, I'm definitely being a daredevil. Okay, so I've done this sort of thing plenty. I'm like, "Show me something sexy in your phone roll now," and I've had girls be like, I don't know, I'm like, show me, you know. And I've had girls be like, why? It's just, I'm making pictures, I don't know, blah, blah. And I'm like, show me. And she just opens up her phone roll and she just get dick down, you know. So I've seen, not just that, I've seen plenty of girls just like, okay, here's me and my panties and here's my pussy, etc. So go that route, because if nothing else, understand that if you're kind of doing it when her presence isn't around, when she's not around, there's gonna be a little bit of distrust created. Okay, you're gonna create a little bit of an uphill battle going forward for sure, and you're sort of leaving a lot of things out of the equation. Because when I'm with a girl, I'm telling her to like show me naughty, sexy pictures in her phone. I'm creating something with her in the moment that could go somewhere else. Whereas if you're doing it when she's not around, what the fuck is the point, right? So, and this is the whole deal. There's always a light side and a dark side. There's always ways of exploiting little social loopholes and social engineering loopholes, and using it in a way where it's like you're exploiting. You're not actually being there with her, creating and executing this opportunity with her for further intimacy. So yeah, I just want to kind of make that point. There are plenty of ways of fucking with a girl and displaying your asshole prowess without actually being a dick.